what community we represent that the Swan thing was a bad idea.
Swan was a bad idea.
Yeah.
I mean, all I could think of was Swan Lake, and I'm like, ooh.
When we come back, a great American champion who has never quite gotten there herself, and is she at the end of her competitive career, Michelle Kwan, when we come back. Wintertime will paint a beautiful landscape in Spokane, Washington soon, and the United States Nationals are coming there as well as we continue with our countdown to the National Skating Championships. Interesting on a show with Nancy Kerrigan that we talk about Michelle Kwan, one of America's great skating champions who never quite got over the top on the Olympic stage, and we may have seen the end of her competitive days. Let's take a look and listen with Michelle Kwan right now. No one radiates beauty, grace, and sheer talent quite like Michelle Kwan.
That's just the name of skating. Michelle Kwan, she is skating.
Michelle began skating at the age of 5, and by the time she was 7, had won her first figure skating competition. In just over a decade, she has gone on to become one of the most decorated figure skaters in U.S. history.
People that would watch Michelle skate, they would have a lot of joy in the way she would not only perform on the ice, but reach out to the audience. She had the ability to really entertain the entire room.
Michelle Kwan has been involved in skating at the amateur level more than any of the superstars that I can think of, you know, and it's impressive to me that she's wanted to compete so long. When I think of Michelle Kwan, I just think of an incredible competitor.
As a consistent and dominant force in U.S. figure skating, Kwan has won an unprecedented 42 championships, including 5 world titles, 8 consecutive U.S. titles, and 2 Olympic medals.
It's the overall quality that she's shown. The fact that she's a performer, a competitor, a consistent person, that she always does everything right. She doesn't lay anything out on the line except the heart that she has in skating.
She has been at the top of, you know, women's figure skating for I don't even know how many years, you know, endless, years, and she's always been somebody who you can count on to go out and do her job and do a great job, and, you know, always be in contention to win gold medals.
Kwan captured a silver medal at the 1998 Olympics and bronze in 2002. An Olympic gold most recently eluded her at the 2006 Winter Games in Torino when she was forced to pull out due to an injury. Through it all, she's handled herself with signature poise and grace and has created a legacy as a fierce and respected competitor and role model.
It's such a demanding sport, and she has handled herself with such grace over such a long period of time and been so dominant in the sport. It's just hats off to her. It's amazing.
As a skater, you know, I always looked up to her, and I still do. I mean, being able to get to know her a little bit, she's such a great lady that kind of makes her even more of a role model for me. She really handles herself well, and she's just so nice and normal. It's great to see that after all she's accomplished. And she's been great for skating.
When you mention Michelle Kwan, longevity, something I really respect, and just her ability to always be in the fight. And I think that's what I think about when I think of Michelle. Just how could she stay at the top so consistently so long?
Without doubt, Michelle Kwan is a young woman with heart, passion, and determination. And although she's not competing this year, she's left an indelible mark on their sport and her fellow skaters.
I think a lot of people that are in my generation feel that same sort of love for Michelle. And the way that she's been able to keep her level for so many years, it's very impressive, and I'll always admire what she's done for our sport and for her own career.
Michelle Kwan. Nancy, I think I just fell accidentally into the classic media trap when I said never quite got over the top. 5 world championships, and yet because she didn't win the Olympic gold, I kind of minimized her career.
No, she has 2 Olympic medals, and she has had one of the most amazing careers as a figure skater because she has more titles, I think, than anybody. She's really an amazing competitor, and that's why she stayed in so long. Because I've talked to her about it after different Olympians or different Olympics. What are you going to do? And she's like, well, I guess I'm going to compete, because what else will I do?
Yeah.
And so she stayed in a long time, which was great for her and great for the amateur skating world, but I don't think it helped the professional skating world at all. In fact, I think it may have hurt that. But now figure skating has prize money in the amateur skating world, and so that's what's changed a lot of why she stayed in, too.
When we come back, Mark and Nancy, we look forward to the women of the current generation, and we pick our winners coming up for the women's at the U.S. National Championships. Stay with us.